Yeah,
Sure, that's
how
some
y'all doing
focus.
today, man? I go by Ronnie. I'm a real
Man, what's
estate
going
agent
on?
out here in
Hold on,
Atlanta.
whoa. Sorry, I always mess up. What's going on, man? It's Ronnie's Real Estate here, talking to you about why you should move to Atlanta or why you should not. But I want to start off with my story. You know what I'm saying? So, me and my girl, we moved down here 5 years ago, from a small town in West Virginia, and I'm gonna start with the reasons we moved. We moved because we wanted better opportunity. It wasn't a lot of opportunity for us back home in terms of where we wanted to go. Number two. Number two, we needed to be entertained a lot more. So we was looking for a little more entertainment. In Charleston, West Virginia, we find ourselves being bored a lot, which lead to bad habits, lead to jail time, lead to death sometimes for some cases, So, we just figured if we want to grow, everybody we know in our family has always stayed in stayed in the state, stayed in the same city they was born in. So we wanted to do that different. And when we got out here, we did realize it was a lot more, West Virginia had 4%, 5% black people. So coming out here, seeing black people owning businesses, driving these nice cars, big houses, it shows you that you can get it too. So that was a big motivation for me. Being African American in America and coming from West Virginia, it's night and day. But it's not just for blacks. Atlanta is. It's actually way more diverse than that. It's like I don't even know. I can't even say blacks are the majority. Maybe not even in Atlanta because it is white. It's the Asian community, the Spanish community. So it's a lot of different people here, man. And that's one that brings me to community opportunity pros. I'm gonna be talking about it in Atlanta. The opportunity, like I said, not seeing as much people back home succeed and coming out here and then seeing the exact opposite. People, when you are from a smaller town and you come from a place that don't have that much opportunities, you will have a brighter, they can tell you want it a little bit more and you'll work a little bit harder. So that's an advantage of an outsider coming into Atlanta. And then you're going against local people who's had it their whole time. So they got family here. They can just leave a job. They can just to hell with it, whatever. But it's good for somebody that just moved here. And entertainment. We all need to be entertained. We're human. There's tons of events going on here. It's always music. It's always something, baseball, football, basketball, some type of sports. It's beyond just sports. Anything you could think of, trampoline, game places, movies, shopping. It's a lot. Trails, bike trails, mountain hikes. They got it all here for Atlanta. So I figure like all these are pros to moving to Atlanta. Now I don't know what your city might have, but if it's offering all that, then hey, stay where you stay. I know other big cities, but I'm talking about for anybody who is thinking about it, who is fresh on their mind. Now I moved here when I was 23. I was in the clubs, and I can tell you that that's too much entertainment is a problem. You will find yourself out there all the time because it's something popping every single day of the week. It might be Tuesday, but Chance the Rapper's here performing. You just never know when and what's, when. I don't think it's never a dull moment in Atlanta. So, like I said, you will, end up spending your money because you will want to go to almost everything. But sometimes there's so much stuff to go to, you don't want to do nothing. You just want to sit at home. So, that's a good problem to have. But cost of living. Now let me bring me the cost of living living in Atlanta. I would say that if you look it out where it's averages, it's very good. It's very comparable probably to where you're moving from, except California, New York, or somewhere. But it's not. The cost of living is very low, so you can acquire a lot of land for a little money. So I would encourage everybody to at least come visit, come get a you need a tourist, you can call me. I can show you some places to go, give you some places to check out, some events or something while you're in town, and just see if it's a place for you. For kids, it's great for kids. It's great for couples. There's tons of stuff to do. Like you don't get certain activities until it takes. You got to move to a place where it's a whole lot of people, it's diverse, because that's when things really get, when all these people are from the same place in the same small city, you usually get the same outcomes. You can pretty much expect what's going to happen, what's going to down here. It's a lot different. You never know what to expect. It's a lot changing around here now. You got your LGBT community down here. So I know that's big and major. If you want to, there's a community for you down here. There's, like I said, there's a Little Mexico. There's a Chinatown. There's it's literally endless. And hopefully in the next video I can show y'all some more of the stuff I'm talking about. But I just wanted to shortly go over pros and cons of moving to Atlanta. Like, now I'm gonna get to the cons part. The cons is really, I would just say, if you move out here by yourself, yeah, you might get lonely, but I'm telling you, it takes no time to find friends. Like, it takes absolutely no time. People just, they just flock to you. They'll, where you from, this and that. And that's the thing. A lot of people that live in Atlanta moved here. They're not native. So that you're an outsider, they're outsider, y'all would just connect and, go on your journey together in Atlanta. But another thing a lot of people like to complain about is traffic. I understand now if you don't like sitting in your car in traffic, but you got to plan around it. There's other ways. There's apps you can download to avoid certain, highways or what you that. But tell you, if you're traveling through peak hours, you're going to get in a little bit of traffic. It's really not that bad at all. And when there's no traffic, you're looking at half the time, so I don't care if it's 45 minutes with traffic. With no traffic, it might be 20, 15 or something like that. So it's not far, so I would think it's definitely not worth staying in your city because you are fear of traffic or fear of, I don't know. Here's the thing, you can always go backwards. You can always go backwards. So you got to get out there. You got to take a risk, and you got to decide, what you want. You can't live in the same city your whole life and not really, go after your dreams, go after your goals. Keep saying you hate your job. Keep saying you're bored. This, that. Get out there. And if Atlanta was on your list, that's the only reason I'm saying. If Atlanta was on your list, come down, visit. I'm willing to help you out with a consultation. If you're from out of state and you already know you're willing to come here, I can help you move here. I can get you pre-qualified. I can take you on a tour of some homes, draw the contract up, make sure the inspection go good, pretty much see it out all the way into closing, and I've done it for many people. So hopefully if you're watching this video and that's you and you want to get pre-qualified, you want to see some houses, you just want me to send you some information on what's going on, I can show you some statistics on cost of living. I can show you, some other people's stories who just moved out here and got the same story as me, like started off, just with a month, and you're gonna find a job. You just gotta hang in there. If you can, move down here with somebody so that way y'all can split it in half. But there's roommate apps available, so you can get a roommate, or there's tons of options. But don't not come to Atlanta because you're scared of traffic. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you got to be worried about is how you gonna save your money, because it's so much stuff to do. It's so much stuff you want to acquire. Maybe, like I said, a house. Your goal might be a house. It might be a car. It might be, but you go to a car dealership. They're competing with 50 other car dealerships. So they're willing to work with you more. When you got one city and you got 3 dealerships, it's they can pretty much do what they want. They control it. So come down to Atlanta, visit it. If you like it, contact me. I'm gonna leave my number at the end of this video, and email, my Instagram, so y'all can contact me, and we'll get you to Atlanta, man. See.
You just got pre-approved. It's time to make a move. Tell me where you wanna live and how many rooms.